Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live. How are we doing today, everybody? What's going on? What's good? Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to be here again. Good to have you here as well. Good to see everybody. How are we today, guys? What's going on? Good morning, Miss Michelle. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. Strike first, as always, my brother. Good to have you guys here. Popper Jack's in the house. Good morning, sir. What's new? What's good? What's going on? Why does it sound like I have an echo? I am doing fine, man. Thank you for asking me. Thank you so much for asking me. How do I sound today, guys? Give me a little heads up, please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, ma'am. Good to know, good to know. Still trying to get the hang of this new audio equipment stuff. Good morning, Miss Pam. How are you today? Good to see you. I'll get there eventually. It's a learning process, so just bear with me, guys. Everything takes time. I'll get it figured out. I'll say one thing: this microphone is super duper sensitive. That is for sure. But it doesn't pick up the other things that I want it to. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, it is what it is. You know how it goes. All right, let me get this shared out, guys, and I will be right with you. All right, I think we're shared. I do believe. I think we're good. Welcome, welcome. Give it a few minutes here and let everybody jump on in here, fill her up. Hopefully, yeah. I'm still trying to figure all this out. Like I said, I never had this much stuff to work with before, and well, you know how things go. I'll get there. I promise. Before long, it'll be a professional grade scenario. I just got to get it right. That's all. But you guys are good people. You've always been patient with me, and I appreciate that so much. I do have to say, excuse me for one moment. I have to check my mail real quick. I just heard something got dropped off. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, please. All right, all right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Welcome everybody again. Get a couple more people jumping in. So what's going on today, guys? While we're waiting for everybody to come jump in here, I guess we can BS a little bit, catch up, figure out my headphones, earplugs, whatever these things. I can't find here we go. Yeah, I gotta get a better set of headphones. These little earbud things, I can't stand these things. I hate having these. Thank you, Michelle. I hate having these things in my ears. They drive me insane. But it is what it is. So, what's going on? What's up with you today, Pauper? Miss Pam, how's it going? Oh, I forgot. Did you guys get a notification by chance or no? Probably not, because a lot of you guys were here. Need my Heather in here. Yeah, mine are not. They're not doing that. I just don't like to. There's Miss Heather. She's already here. Good morning. See, that's why, Heather. These are the things. Now I gotta get all my personal notifications out to everybody. Strike is here. I would like for you guys to say a little prayer today. Miss Stacy, Spacey Stacy, had she had to have somebody in her home had to have a emergency appendectomy. So yesterday I'd appreciate you guys just throwing up a little prayer for her. That's all. She's had a rough year, you guys, and every little bit helps. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, though. Definitely appreciate that. Big Pimp and Popper. That's funny. No, with these noises and stuff. Yeah, I gotta get this figured out. Thank you, Pam. I hate this stuff. Stop it. Okay. Um. By the way, Dan, I don't know if you noticed for Nikki's little girl as well. This part I don't wish I'm a little. Why? What's going on with that one? With her little girl? You talking about the baby? Oh shit! Are you serious? Damn. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Please do. Again, we do have differences with certain people in here, but my community is different than most people. I'll just say it this way. Nikki Placabelli's daughter, she's a little one. She's adorable too. Beautiful little baby girl. Um, please say some prayers for her little girl, please. That's scary. COVID is dangerous, and I don't know how it is for little ones like that. And I would not want to see anything bad like that happen. So please do say some extra prayers, please. Thank you so much. Thanks for the info, Dan. I didn't realize that. That's scary. I am so grateful that when we had it, none of my grandkids, my granddaughter, I guess she had it. Okay. Well, listen, nowadays, Pam, that is very easy to deal with. Okay. First of all, there's medications, and if they do need to, they can just remove it. Okay. My wife's stepfather had his removed, was in and out. It was outpatient surgery and recovered very quickly and very well from it, and he was fine. So we'll throw a little prayer out for you too, Pam. Today is prayer day, guys. I mean, I'm not super religious, like I say, but I do, I love my people here and just people in general. So, just throw out a little prayer for everybody, I guess we could say today. Everybody that's having a little problem. How old is she, Dan? Is she like 9 months now or 11 months or something like that? She's just little, guys, and she is absolutely adorable. She really is. Like I said, I don't really get along with her mom too well, by no fault of my own, but she's still a mother and a human being, and her daughter, she's a sweet little girl. So all things aside, we just disagree. At this point in time in life, it's really almost not worth it anymore. Life is too short, guys. Embrace it. Okay, I think I got everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Brandy at? There she is. All right. I think we're good there. But yeah, thank you again, sir, for the info. If you want to get the word out through, I'm sure she's probably not going to listen to this stream, but if you want to get the word out through Miss Rachel, just send if she even cares, but send my prayers that way. Good well wishes and good vibes. And I you guys know when I say something like that, I mean that regardless of the situation. Even the people that I absolutely detest on here, I do not wish bad things on any of them. I really don't. As far as health goes and stuff like that, I never would do that. It's just not. It's not worth it. This is the internet, Real life is real life. This is the internet. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any difference or sense to me. So, trying to wait to see if Miss Brandy's going to jump in today with us. So how are you, Miss Heather? Good morning. How's everything going? Where's Belinda been, Pam? I haven't seen her in a while. Was that put out on Twitter or something, Dan? Is that how you knew, or did you just know through somebody else? I haven't been on Twitter in two full days, you guys. Imagine that, right? Hey, Jessica, welcome. Good to see you. Good to have you here. How you been? How you doing? Is it under her? Is it under her name, Dan? I don't even know what name she has now. I am doing just fine, Miss Heather. Thank you for asking. How's the little one doing? Oh, I know all about that, Jessica. Absolutely 100%. Know all about that. Oh, I'm glad I could be the excuse for you to procrastinate. Willing to sleep and oh, I got you. Okay. We'll just tell her we said hey. What am I looking for here? Come on, Miss Brandy. She might be sleeping again because I was kind of hoping Miss Cece would jump in too. No, 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 no. Let's not make that noise. God, I don't like this thing. I may end up taking all this out and going back to what I was doing before. Good deal. Stickers are fun. Gotta love that. I remember I had to walk around for 3 days with a Hello Kitty sticker on my chest, on my shirt. And every time I would change my shirt, I had to put it back on my shirt because my granddaughter had a stroke every time I didn't. Where's the sticker at, Papa? I said, I don't know. Go find it now. I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am. And I went and found it every time. I try to take it off, like when I would go to the store, stuff like that. She made me wear it, like no lie. And I had to put it back on every time. Then she put it on my forehead. Then she put it on my arm. Then I took my shirt off because it was hot outside. She shoved it on my belly, over my belly button. Like these kids are a trip, guy. I love them to death. They really are a trip, though. Then my grandson, seeing that I was walking around with the Hello, he come over. He sees the Hello Kitty sticker on me. Of course, Nini, which is Brandy, my wife, buys stickers. If she buys one for something for one, she has to buy it for the other one because they that's just how it works. And so she gives him his stickers, and they are Paw Patrol or something like that. So I had those all over me too. So, and you can't take them off; it's against the law. I got stickers on the back of my ID badge that will never be taken off. Right, right. Yeah, you just don't do it. It's the law, and that's okay with me. That is okay with me. They run my house now. We no longer do, and they have from day one. They know that. That's the sad part is they know that. When we run out of certain snacks that we keep for the kids, it's hilarious because she's like, especially my granddaughter. She's the oldest one. She's 5. I'll be in like or immersed in a TV show or something like that, completely, out of touch with reality. She'll walk over and sit down next to me. She knows that I'm watching the show, and she tries to be respectful of that. She's very sweet, even though I don't care if she bothers me or not. Everybody else can leave me alone, but I love when they bother me. And she'll sit there for a couple of minutes. She did it the other day. It was hilarious. It was so cute. And I looked over at her, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, sitting here by you. And I said, yeah. I said, are you watching this? She was like, yeah. What is this? I can't even remember what the hell I was watching. I can't, but it was not like a kid show. It was a serious show. And it was something on the ID channel. She's looking at me, and she looked at me, and she goes, why are they looking through that guy's house? And I said, they're looking for clues. And she said, clues? And I said, yeah. She goes, did he steal something? Just like that. And I went, no. And it was, obviously, it was a murder scene is what it was. And I didn't figure she would get any. She's very smart too. It's very strange. But I said, no. I said, the guy that lived there did something bad to somebody else and he hurt somebody. I said, so they have to look to see if they can find stuff to find him because the guy was missing. She was like, oh, well, why did he? And you know how kids are with their questions, right? And she's like, well, why did he hurt somebody else? And I said, well, he's not a nice person. He's a bad guy. So that's what bad guys do sometimes. She goes, really? And I said, yeah. She looks at me for a little bit longer. She's staring at the side of my face. I could feel it because I went back to watching it. And then I looked back. I said, yes, ma'am. Can I help you? She goes, when they catch him, when they find him, are they going to, what are they going to do to him? Is he going to have to stand in the corner? And I about pissed myself laughing, you guys. I swear to God. My wife heard it from the kitchen and she starts laughing. And I said, well, honey, it's a little worse than just standing in a corner when you do kind of things he did. She's like, oh. And she just stared at me for a minute and I went, here. I knew what was coming too. I knew it was coming. She's never, ever, not once been spanked in her whole life. Her father has, threatened it. Of course, me and my wife never have, but she's been threatened by her father multiple times. It's never happened, but she knows what it means. And she looked at me like big, big, big bug eyes. And she was like, and like leaned back from me a little bit. And she was like, and I don't know why she whispered it. We were sitting like side by side and there was no reason to be quiet, right? And she goes, he's going to get a spanking, isn't he? And I was done. I was done. It was over. She come in the living room, my wife, and she's laughing her ass off. And I just looked at her. I said, and you ask me where these kids get these things from? She's like, I have no idea. She's smart. I mean, she's already like beyond the level that she should be. I guess she's at a second grade level in kindergarten. So that's good. But yeah, it's very cute. But anyway, I completely forgot what the hell I was going to say now before that. But anyway, it was adorable. I love these kids. Absolutely do. Oh, you read my mind, Big Pimpin'. Read my mind. That's crazy, dude. Damn. So does Nikki have it too, Dan? Good Lord, that's scary. Okay. It's so weird how that happens too. Like I said, when we all had it in November, one of my twins, the father of my granddaughter, um, everybody in our family, our generalized, close family, um, every one of us had it, including his daughter, which I think she just had the sniffles from it. Luckily, it was nothing serious, but um, anyway, sorry, he never got even like. I know I seen it this morning, Strike. Super excited. Thank you guys so much. I'm at 582, getting closer to that 600 real quick. This is crazy because I was under 500 up until, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, you guys? I think I was at like 476 or 472 up until like 2 weeks ago, and I sat there for a while before that. I've gone through 100 here in literally like a little over 2 weeks, I think. And I am beyond grateful, you guys. You have no idea. We're getting there slowly but surely. Actually, kind of making me nervous because that means I'm going to have to do this stupid twerk thing for Morty if I hit that. So, I'm an aunt of 7, the youngest of 9. I've been through it all. That other ones are in college now. I'm only 30, but my siblings are way older than me. So you're the baby. I became an aunt at age 10. Yeah, that's how my son, I think he was, well, let's see, he was 11 when he became an aunt. Or an uncle, an aunt. He'd kill me right now if you heard me say that. Oh, yeah. Big family. That's how it is here. I have 7 children total. I have 2 girls, 5 boys, 6 grandchildren, me and my wife. Thanks so much, Strike. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. Don't look like Miss Brandy's coming in here, and probably nobody else. Looks like people are dropping off now. So, let's see. I've been going for a little bit here. I'll give it a couple more minutes, and then I'll get rolling with what I was going to touch on today. Excuse me one moment, guys. I gotta flip my air on real quick. It's getting hot here. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Jess. I'll probably fall over myself, but I promised Morty. There's a bet we had because she seems to think that I can hit, that I'm going to hit that, and I don't. So I told her I'd do it. I'm sure the other side of the world over there is going to have a ball with that one, but it is what it is. I keep my word, so be it. Excuse me. Yeah, guys, I don't know if this thing's going to work out for me. I hate the way this thing works. I do not like it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with it, but if I don't get it figured out soon, I'll just be jumping back to the old way. How does it sound right now with me talking, by the way? I've been messing with the controls and the different things on this thing, trying to get it right. Tis not working, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be fun, Jess, but I'll do what I got to do. Like I said, Morty said, we were talking about the subscriber amount thing one day, and she's like, where are you at? And I told her, and she's like, we got to get you to 1,000. I said, yeah. Thanks, Strike. I said, yeah, I guess. I said, I don't think it'll happen. And she's like, yeah, it will. It'll just take some time. I've been streaming since, what was it, Dan? The end of January, beginning of February, somewhere in there. And I think I went from 0 to like 3 something in the first 3 months, or the first 2 months, I should say. And then a little bit more after that. And then it locked out at like the 460 or something like that. And it stayed there for quite a while. And then over the past couple weeks, it started jumping again. So anyway, I told Morticia, I'm like, yeah, I just don't see it happening. And I mean, I appreciate the enthusiasm and all that and positivity, but it's just, I don't see it happening. She's like, sure it will. I said, no, I doubt it. She's like, I'll bet you it does. And I said, don't make me bets because I'm a gambling man. I'll make a bet here and there. And she's like, well, if you do hit 1,000, what are you going to do for all your supporters? And I was like, well, I don't know. what? And then people started throwing things out left and right. All the people that have been here from the beginning with me, of course, they're having a ball with this one. Mr. Strike First and Brandy and Heather and all them. Not so much Heather, but Brandy and Strike First and a couple other people telling me I got to do it to this song and do it to that song and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, whatever. Then Morticia's got her versions of what I should do. Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't care. If it makes everybody happy, it is what it is. That's what I'm here for, right? Entertainment. So bees it. All right, well, maybe Miss Brandy's sleeping, so CC might be doing the same. Either way, I guess we should get rolling. Looks like everything's good here. Good morning. There's Miss Debs. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. By the way, welcome, Miss Jess. I don't know. Obviously, you're new to me. If you did sub, I appreciate that so much. Welcome. Good to have you here. Good to see you here. I'm sure you probably heard of me through Doug over there, or I'm no thanks. I'm going to venture to say. I picked Dancing Queen, Barbie Song, or Oops, yeah, my God. Britney Spears. Good God. I had my channel in a couple videos, but I decided not to go through with it. I'm just too shy. I understand. It's very hard for me through Doug. Okay. Once again, you guys, gotta love it. Thank you so much again, Doug. For those of you who haven't, Miss Heather, go ahead and please drop that for me. No thanks, and I gotta keep forgetting Fran's channel too. I'd like you guys to sub to her channel as well. She's always his co-host on No Thanks. Crime and oh no, what is it, Jessica? What's Fran's channel called? Crime and come on, I can't think today. Come on, what is it? Think Dago. Crime and Justice. Thank you so much, Michelle. I forgot you were in here, Michelle. Yeah, guys, if you could please, Heather, go ahead and drop both those links out there, please. I would love for you guys, if you haven't subbed to Doug, please do, but absolutely check out Crime and Justice as well. She's got a great channel as well. And also, Doug's daughter has a channel. She's been doing quite a bit. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have came to the conclusion that I'm getting ready to explain to you guys here, or the theory, I should say. So we can find Brookie's channel too. What is that one, Michelle? Brooks Blues Clues or something like that. I had it. I didn't write it down. I was supposed to. I subbed to it, but I didn't write it down. But we're going to drop the links in here for all three of those. If Michelle or somebody has that. All right, there's Doug's channel, guys. Thanks. No thanks. Thank you so much. Crime and Punishment, and then we'll find Brookie's channel, and we'll drop that one too, or Brooks' channel. I don't know. He calls her Brookie. I just follow behind. But anyway, She's got some great content too. She's come up with some good stuff, guys. Show them some love. Check them out. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. If you enjoy me, you'll definitely enjoy them. They're very good at what they do. Very good. Sorry, Heather, I don't mean to make you work so early, but I appreciate you, hon. You know I do. All right, guys. So, once again, as I said yesterday morning, I told you there was going to be more today. Okay, I think it's called, I'll look it up real quick. Hold on a minute. It was in his stream. It's like Brooks Blues Clues or something like that, but hold on a minute. I'll give it to you, Heather, and then you can. There's Crime and Punishment. Guys, check that out. Sub up to that one. It's another great channel. All right, where are you at, Brooke? If I can't find it today, guys, I will make sure I get for you. Another one, though. That's Doug's daughter. Again, great content. She knows what she's doing. She changes it. Okay. It sounds like me. Trying to find the right one. Whatever, the one that works. Either way, we'll figure it out, guys, and we'll get it out there for the rest of you guys. But thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I want to show you something actually she came up with last night. And it's kind of what actually, there she is, the sweetest lady on the internet. Good morning, Miss Fifi. I don't know if you've talked to Brandy this morning, hon. I sent her a notification. She might be sleeping, but thanks for jumping in, hon. There it is. Wow. Damn, Heather. All right. Well, there's Brooks' channel, guys. Check them out. All three of them are great channels, great content, great people. Yeah, I was gonna show you guys something that happened in. Doug put it up last night. I was up on panel with him for a little while, and whenever she put that out, immediately, as soon as she put it out, it like flipped a switch in my head, and I'm like, wait a minute, that makes sense. And I'm gonna run this theory by you guys today. I kind of want your. Thank you so much, Strike. I appreciate that, brother. I kind of want your guys' opinion. I want you guys to tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm reaching, I mean, there's just so many things that have gone on with this case, you guys. It's just like, where are we at? What's going on? And so, is that clickable? Let me see something here. Not for me. All right, so thank you so much, Miss Heather. Thank you so much, Miss Heather. I appreciate you so much, my dear, as always. I'm about to get you a big Christmas gift for this year, Heather. Oh yeah, I'll have to jump back into last night with Doug. He told me before I could use his stuff, but I just still get a little nervous. I don't like to. I just want to show you guys how good it is, and you know, and plus again, you can go see it. But it goes along with the narrative that I have, and that's why I was going to show it to you. It's a video that Brooke had put up, and there was a caller that came on last night when I was on his panel. And I apologize, by the way, guys, last night that I wasn't out live. I was busy all day. I had my granddaughter for quite a while. She didn't leave till 9:30 last night, and it was getting later and later, and I had told Strike I wanted to go live, but by the time I got settled down to the point where I could, it was like 10:30. Don't you dare say the S word. My baby girl don't need any more annoyances. The S word. Oh. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. She's probably working. She ain't even listening to me. I mean, I know she does sneakily, but. So, are you talking about. Let me see something here. No. No, he's talking about. I'm not saying it, but I'll type it. Look in the chat, guys. That word. It drives her insane. That's like saying moist to her. And when you say this word, me and Dan both say it on and off quite often. I say it a lot. I know I do. But it fits in with what I'm talking about. But that word right there, she don't like it. It drives her nuts. So I didn't type it. Or I typed it, I didn't say scenario, Rachel, sorry. Slipped. Sorry about that. Can't help myself sometimes. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, she doesn't like that word. But it just came out of my mouth again, so I'll probably get a live phone call on my number down here, and you'll hear it all scream. What did you just say? But anyway, sorry for the background noise you got, or you guys. This mic that I'm using now is stupid sensitive. I don't understand why, but it is. And I've tried to turn it all down, but I can't. It's there. So if you hear it, my apologies. So, all right. So who wants to hear the Dago's new theory on what is going on in the Kylie Rodney case? Because I've been thinking about this for a few days, guys, and there's certain little things that popped up that kind of gave me a little nudge to go that direction with it. And well, like I said, Doug's daughter Brooke jumped up on the panel last night. I was sitting there and she started talking about something, showed some pictures, and bam, it just was like somebody hit me in the head with a sledgehammer. And I'm like, there it is. That's what I've been working up to. And I know some people are going to say you're a conspiracy theorist, you're this, you're that. All right, good stuff. I'm glad to hear that, Jess. I hope you don't mind me calling you Jess. I call everybody short names by what their names are because I talk too much. As you can tell, Cece even changed her name. Her name was Cecilia. I started calling her Cece. There's her name. So, okay, good deal. Good deal. Like I said, if you don't want me to call you Jess, just yell at me and I'll call you by your first name. Okay, wonderful. Good to know. Good to know. So we're all on the same page. Good. So, and I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing me ramble on about the Kylie Rodney thing, but it really has, it bugs me, guys. The whole thing has bugged me. I'm obsessed with it now. And until, like I said yesterday, until there's an ending, there's justice, I'm not going to let it go. So, and I hope that comes soon. I know, obviously, we're going to be waiting for this toxicology report for a while. But until then, there's these other things that need to be talked about, in my opinion, and we're going to talk about them. And I want you all to talk about them as well. Like I said, again, there's that number, 234-703-4047. Call in, give us your thoughts on it. I would love to hear from you as well with everybody else in the chat. But let's see here. And I hope you guys can hear the audio today. I don't know what is going on. If you can't, let me know. I will get this figured out within the next couple of days, you guys. I got my friend that brought me this stuff. He's a tech guy. He's coming back tomorrow, and he's going to look through this, and we're going to try to work out the bugs. Until then, just bear with me. I will try to make it work the best I can. If I got to tear everything apart and just run it generically like I was doing before, that's what I'll do. But anyway, I'm going to bring up last night, the panel that I was on last night for No Thanks. Try to cut to the part. I'm going to show you something, and then I'm going to go back and explain to you why I'm showing it to you. It was a great stream last night. There was a couple really good callers that called in on there. Of course, Doug is always on top of things. As well as Fran. All right, let me see here. Where's it at? I've got 2 channels. I didn't know that. Okay. I think this one's it. Let me see here. Excuse me.
Here's how to form an LLC online for free. Step 1.
Lost in the Shadows. Did you hear Sammy said in an interview the car had a sunroof, but when the police rolled the car out, it didn't. She's weird to me. She's beyond weird. Lost in the Shadows. She's got. There's something wrong, especially with her. Yeah, we're going to talk about some of that. Welcome, by the way, Lost. It's good to have you here. By the way, for the people that just jumped in, if you're new and you recently subbed, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that more than you know. Alrighty, here, let me see here. I love Doug's intro to his channel with the little gnomes and stuff all falling together, and it's just never seen anything like that. It's kind of cool. Oh, Shadow. Okay. Either way. Good to have you here, brother. Good to have you here, as always. One second, guys. All right. Now let me get to this part. Oops. 1 second, everybody. 1 second, please. All right. Let me run this for you guys here real quick first, and we'll be on our way. Thank you very much. It jumps up there anytime now. There we go. Just to be fair. And all we're doing this for is not reacting, but basically just to help with my reporting. That's all. And of course, news. So there we go. I appreciate you guys commentating. Thank you for the words. I was doing that last night on this panel. He's like, you got to get it together, Joe. You're going to be a streamer, blah, blah. Wow, he's right. I was nervous as shit. I don't know why I got nervous last night when I was on there. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was just tired or what, but that's what happened. So, all right. All right, with the background sound goes. Hold on a minute, guys. Hello? 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 You're on the air? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Say that again? Yes, it is. No, I don't have anybody on panel, sir. Oh, is that who this is? All right, sir. Well, yeah, I'm not doing any of that this morning, so that's all for the evening streams, okay? All right, have a good day, sir. Thank you. All right. Yeah, another troll. Gotta love it. Anyway, moving on. Now that's probably gonna be bring that down. Anyway, okay, so we got that covered now. Back to what I was going to show you, and I apologize if there is any trolling, guys. Nothing I can do with it with the number. I knew that was going to come with the phone number, so it is what it is. So bees it. Well, thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate that. And I've had like internet problems, and my internet's going in and out, and it was cutting in and out. I couldn't hear him half the time. Oh my God, Dan. Wow. I have nothing else. I will talk to you later about that one, my friend. Oh, that was interesting. Thank you, Miss Heather. All right, guys, let me bring this up now that I shared that with you. These trolls are ridiculously relentless. Crazy. Yep, you'll have that. It was Tic Tac, Dan.
I'll show you how I uploaded this file.
Gotta love it, right?
You ready?
You knew that was coming, didn't you?
$118.
I'm surprised it took this long.
How much I was paying. Okay, I picked up the car a few months ago.
Is what it is.
$97 premium. $20 worth.
I don't understand how people get off on harassing other people, but whatever. All right, guys, let me get up here and find out where Brooke jumped in
So
at.
let me pull this up real quick. And I think it's a big cover up too for drugs, alcohol.
Now, all right.
Thank you to Brooke.
Before I pull this up here, let me see. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to throw out my my theory. Okay, I've been watching this on and on and on and on, of course, and all these different videos. I follow everybody. I've been watching all these different crime channels. I watch, we've talked about what Ryan Upchurch's scenarios, or not scenarios, sorry, Rachel, his theories are, so on and so forth. And I think he fell into something, guys. That's what made me start thinking about some of these other scenarios that I was talking about. Sorry again, Rachel. And I think here's my thing, okay? For everybody that's been following this with me, we're going to go back a little bit, and we're going to talk about, this is what started the whole thing. When Ryan was on the Tony Dodge show, I think it was. And there was that lady's anime on there. Well, the whole thing went down with that whole Ronnie call, and then, it did Mel, Zanime, all this stuff, and he starts digging on them people, okay? Which, great job on that, brother. And so he comes up with some different things. They're acting all weird, blah, 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 blah. And that happens, and they start acting. If you guys saw the videos, you noticed how she started acting. And she was leading on to knowing things. It was like she wanted to say certain things, but she couldn't while Ryan was talking to her. She's arguing away. She got frustrated real fast and very, very, very irritated when he said, quote unquote, that she knew where the little girl was. She like snapped out hardcore, right? And it's like, wow, why are you getting so mad about that? I agreed with him on that one. No, nobody knows, but here we are now. And she was military. She's ex-military, you guys. She's from the Ukraine. She's ex-military, for those of you that don't know that. And there was rumors flying around that she was at the party. Then there was rumors flying around that she was at a party next to this party. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And that one I would have a tendency to believe a little bit more, that she was at another party that was next to this party. And I'm going to tell you why. And there's a couple other people that they were talking about. That Ronnie guy is supposedly ex-military too. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on. There's a lot of ex-military people. A lot of different law enforcement agencies around that could be talked about that way. Now, there's a lady that was a caller on Doug's show last night and said that she doesn't believe any of what I'm getting ready to tell you guys, and that there's no way possible. And I'm going to tell you here why I think it is, okay? So I think it was, what did they say? She was National Guard. Yeah, she was National Guard, but the lady did say she went active duty. She checked up on her. Why is my keyboard doing that? Anyway, so on and so forth. And, she did her thing. So, it is what it is. So, that being said, I'm listening to this, all these videos that I've been watching over the past 2 weeks, put that together, and all this stuff builds up, gathers in your head, and you come up with, everybody comes up with their theories about what they think happened. I've said 2 or 3 different things right now. Everybody else says a couple things here, here and there, blah, blah. And so I start looking at some other stuff. One moment, guys. This is the Dago. You're on the air. What can I do for you? Okay, go for it. They did find the body. They did the general autopsy, and they're waiting on the tox screen results to come back. They haven't said anything. As far as I know, the parents, of course they identified the body. But nothing else has been said, as far as I'm understanding, from the parents. Oh yeah, it's been confirmed that it's her for sure. No, because toxicology results take anywhere. They said 46 or 4 to 8 weeks, possibly. Okay. Hold on one second. Yeah, Michelle, you are, and you can't. I take it. See, that's what I told you. I'm trying to figure out how to work this damn board, and it's not working for me. I did what it says, but hold on a minute then. Let me try it this way, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to run the... All right, hold on. Let's do it this way. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, can you guys hear him now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm asking if they can hear you.
Oh, okay.
1 second. Just give me a second. Can you guys hear the caller now? Say something, Take Back.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'll get used to this eventually. Anyway, go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, is it just too far-fetched to think that the girl was super under the influence, left the party, who knows what she was trying to do, whether it was go home, go hook up with some friends or whatever, and she was just too under the influence and drove her car into the water?
No, not at all. That was one of the actual theories that I said. It could very well just be just a horrible accident that she was under the influence, took a wrong turn, and drove right into the lake. But there's other things that are out there that make it look like it's got to be more than an accident. That's the only reason why, at least for me, that I've said that I think it's more than an accident.
What is your main conspiracy?
My main theory? Well, I had a theory. I've had a couple theories. My initial theory was that, and it's all based on the way her friend Sammy interviewed, the things she said, and her other friend, that something. Well, the initial one was that they dosed her possibly. Her mother had said that she's not a drinker, a partier, and she comes off as, a good girl per se, and maybe, got a little something too much, either overdosed or passed out. And they had to figure out what they could do to cover it up because nobody wanted to get in trouble. And so, at one time I had said they pushed the car into the water, which is why the mirror was broke, and then broke out the window. These are just opinions and things I'm putting on the table that it could be. Not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying, so that the car would sink.
Here's the thing. So she's a young girl. She's not a very experienced drinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's at a party where kids are probably taking drugs, getting drunk. Who knows what this girl did at the party? I don't think we should just put it off on other kids.
Right.
Because there's a high chance that this girl just got intoxicated. She doesn't have experience. We've all made mistakes as young kids and fucking got out here and did stupid shit. So she probably, this is just my opinion.
No, I agree.
Who messed up? What?
I agree. It's very possible.
But she was probably just messed up, drunk driving, drug driving. Could be either of the two. We don't know. And the mirror is falling off. She could have side-swapped a tree. She could have side-swapped a telephone pole. And she could have just lost control of the car in general. I don't feel like we should just automatically jump to these kids at the party did something to her. I mean, but it is a possibility.
No, I understand.
Put that out there on that kid,
I understand. What do you think about? Why do you think she was in the back seat? And what about the front window being broken out?
She was in the back seat.
Yeah, when they found her, when AWP found her, she was in the back seat.
How deep was the water? Could she have possibly tried to swim out of the car?
It was only 14 feet deep when they found her.
God damn, that's deep. I mean, she could have been doing anything. She could have felt the water, panicked, tried to get out through a back window or anything.
Right. Well, the back window on the driver's side was actually rolled down halfway. So.
Yeah, that goes hand in hand with, because if you're, I've never been in this situation, and a lot of people probably haven't. But if your car hits water, I don't care how drunk or fucked up you are, you're gonna know it, and you're gonna try to fight to get out.
That's possible, yeah. I mean, unless she was deceased already, which could have been an accidental overdose, because there was a lot of drugs there too.
So So they've already proven like hard drugs.
Fentanyl, cocaine,
Oh yeah,
lots of stuff.
yeah.
And if you saw the picture of the girl,
Yeah.
she looks like she weighed about 90 pounds soaking wet. Obviously, her tolerance level is going to be a lot lower than what anybody else that would use that kind of stuff would be. So, and it could have been even if she didn't choose to use it, somebody, her girlfriend or not her girlfriend, I'm sorry, her friend Sammy was saying that they were sharing drinks, this and that. Somebody could have popped something in Sammy's drink, and Sammy could handle it because she's partying on a regular basis. And Kylie maybe couldn't, and that could have been what happened,
But what was the other thing? You said she was in the back seat, and there was another thing.
Oh, she was in the back seat, and the driver's side window had been broken out. Like you could see the busted glass around the frame of the window.
Oh, that's weird. Because why would you be in the back seat if the driver's side window's busted out?
And like my theory on that, again, it would depend on if it's hard to tell when you're underwater and the car was upside down. If the glass would have been inside the car, if that was able to be told, then I would venture to say that it was busted from the outside. Now, if the glass was outside, but she was in the water, so you can't tell that, then it would be busted from the inside. Now, again, just like Jess is just saying right here, if the report shows that there wasn't any water in her lungs, then we're going to absolutely know that she was deceased before she went into the water. So that's what everybody's waiting on. And there's also the cars have the black box like airplanes do. And, when they have airplane crashes, they'll check that black box kind of to see what went on. And I'm hoping that they pull that black box from the car. Because that black box will tell you if the car was in drive, park, reverse, neutral. It can tell you the speed when she went into the water. It can tell you the time when she went into the water. And that all is going to make a big difference with all this.
How many of these kids from the party have been interrogated already?
Honestly, I have no idea. The only ones that they've shown are her friend Sammy, her friend Magdalene. I'm sure they've tried to interrogate as many as they could, but they were saying that there was 250 to 300 kids at this party. So Sammy,
the best friend, is acting like she had no idea that this girl left the party.
No. Well, here, first off, she claimed to be her best friend, but she's not. They didn't actually even know each other that well. They didn't follow each other on social media or anything, which made me suspicious immediately because of that. And they put her out front, when this investigation started, telling people, I don't know if you saw that video, telling people, word for word, actually, what she said was, bring your kids here, drop them off, and go far, far away so that your kids can't see you and you can't see them. And they'll tell me everything, and I'll give that to the police. Now, in my opinion, that's shady as hell to say some shit like that, okay? And she's been out front of this investigation the whole time until they let her do it for a few days, and then all of a sudden she disappeared. And now, for whatever reason, she's in Michigan. Initially, it came out that she went to Montana to go to college, but she's not in Montana. She's in Michigan. There's supposedly family or relatives maybe there that she's visiting or whatever, but I think they're hiding her. And there's a whole lot about her that's shady. Okay, there's 3 or 4 different Sammys in that area in Truckee, California, that are all with the same type names. The addresses are all weird and mixed up and match up with different people. It's a whole weird mess, the whole thing. And then the fact that she called, her story is that she left, she went, I don't know if you watched any of the videos on what she said, but she approached Kylie and said, hey, can you take me home? Of course, Kylie said yes, because in my opinion, she's the yes girl. She does everything they want her to do, which is why they befriended her. And then she said she approached her later, realized that she had been drinking. Yeah, that's what it was. The address thing, the addresses are all the same for all of the Sammys. So there's 3 different Sammys, and they all have the same address. That's what was so suspicious to me. But as I was saying, she approached her again and said she realized that she was drunk. And then she makes the comment, says, I know about drunk driving. Okay. Then she said that at one point that after they had that conversation, she said she told her that she got another ride. No worries, whatever. Well, then she said that Kylie called her at 12:33, I think it was, and said, do you still need a ride? She says, no, I'm already down the highway in the passenger seat. She made sure she stressed that too. So that was their last conversation, she says, and she claims that she's the last person that Kylie spoke to. Again, suspicious to me, that whole thing, the way she's stressing.
What about the girl? What about the girl's phone? Is the girl's phone in the car? Was it found in the car with her?
Nobody knows anything about the phone. Nobody. And
yeah, so the phone has been hidden.
It's missing. Nobody knows where it's at. Yeah, it's like you said, hidden, gotten rid of, whatever, because I'm sure there's something in it. Because now you can't prove who was the last conversation that she had with. You know what I mean? You can't prove where the last phone call went to or came from. You can't prove any of the text messages of what was said. So there's no talk of the phone anywhere. But, you know, part of what I was going to get into has something to do a little bit with that. And it's just a theory. But again, I agree. You know, there's a very good chance that it was just an accident, but there's all these little things that go with it to make it seem like it's more than that. And again, the last time that phone pinged, thank you, Shadow, was 50 feet from where they found her car in the water on shore. Mind you, where her car was found in the water was only 600 yards, I should say, from where the party was happening. So all these things have to be taken into account.
Yeah, it's a deep story, but I don't know. Like, once you look at, sometimes we just overlook into things, but
absolutely,
there's so much shit.
Absolutely.
Well, Dago, I ain't gonna take up your time no more. I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna just pop out and troll you or whatever. But I love talking about shit like this, Dago. Tell Pauper's bitch ass to stop blocking me in chat every time I come in. I ain't coming in just to start shit all the time.
I'm sure he heard you. But I appreciate you calling. I appreciate your opinions and your theories. And you're welcome to call back at any time.
Well, unblock me in chat so I can discuss this shit sometime.
You're not blocked in there. I just was in there this morning and checked. There's nobody in there blocked.
Well, okay. All right. But yeah, like, I'm interested in this shit. I'm not as deep into it as you are or Ryan up church or whatever, but, you know, I'd like to be able to discuss this shit with the people of the community from time to time.
So be it.
Have a good stream, Dago.
You too. Bye. All right, guys. Sorry about the technical issues, but anyway, moving on. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate your opinion and your theories. Yeah, and that was another thing I didn't even get to touch on, you guys, was the address. I didn't know if a lot of you guys knew that. Thank you, Michelle. There's 3 different Sammys that they found, I believe. There's only 3. And the addresses are all the same for all of them. Why? That's weird. You know what I mean? In my opinion, that's weird. So, going back to what I was saying, though, I'm trying to remember where I was at, so I don't have to repeat for you guys over and over again. Okay, so the Zanime lady was stating that, I probably already said this, that she was at a party next to the party, blah, 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 so on and so forth. These were all ex-military people that Ryan had been talking to. He starts digging on some things, figures some things out, and so on and so forth. So the things that she was saying, okay, were where are we at? He was arguing with her in the one video about something, and he's like, how do you know that? How do you know that? And it was like she wanted to say, you know, I know because, like I've been in contact with this person, but she can't. There's a reason behind that, I think. Okay. And honestly, there was a girl that died not too long before this party had happened due to drug overdose. Okay, there's a lot of these heavy drugs out there. Sammy was talking about how, you know, they had hard drugs. There were older people there, and there was hard drugs, which is fentanyl. There was some type of a tranquilizer. I can't think of the name of it right now. It started with an M. Cocaine, of course, weed. You know, all the alcohol. Blah 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 blah. So there's that, and there's a lot of that. Okay, so we have that on the table now. My opinion with this, you guys, I'm not gonna like stretch it out or anything. As I said, there was a girl that had died. There's been a lot of the drugs going around that community for quite a while, with the kids involved. Okay, there was a couple people at that party that there was in that picture. I'll bring it back up here in a little while and I'll show it to you guys. That didn't look like they fit, if you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. What's up, Hammer? The rest of these kids look like kids. A couple of these people don't look like kids, and they're trying to be kids, in my opinion. So what I'm trying to get at, you guys, is I'm thinking there was a way bigger picture with this whole thing. I'm thinking that there's an investigation going on beforehand, a huge investigation. There's rumors and issues of, like I said, drugs, trafficking, so on and so forth, all sorts of stuff going on out in that area. Okay. Well, this party had been planned for quite a while. And I'm thinking that there's a possibility that and this is just a theory, guys. So just hear me out. Then you can throw me your what you think, how crazy you think I am, or whatever it is, and that's perfectly fine. It just all fits. Not to mention, there was another gentleman that had put up a video, yesterday or the day before, and it was in regards to Ryan Upchurch, and he said, not in so many words, but he said, I support Ryan, blah blah blah, and he said, but I think Ryan fell into something that he probably didn't know he fell into. That's a little deeper than what he thinks it is, and he thinks that Ryan's life is in danger now. Now, this could just be a troll. It could just be a goofy ass person trying to get whatever. And the guy even said, I've lived my life. You know, if they come after me, it is what it is, so on and so forth. And, you know, but I just think you should be careful, Ryan, with what you've gotten yourself into, and just watch. Well, between that video of that guy saying that and what Brooke put up yesterday, all of those things together, it just flipped that switch in my head and threw me to this theory. And I think that, like I said, there's a huge multi-organization or multi-agency investigation that was going on, that they have been planning since this party happens every year, guys. Sammy started planning this months and months ago. Okay, so it was giving them time, law enforcement time, to set this up and possibly do a giant sting operation. Okay, and so I think that Zaname, being ex-military, you know, she doesn't look that old. I think she's 38, but even if she does, she could have been next door at the other party, like they said. And I think there's other people that were put in place that we're not seeing. But I think that's what all these things that Ryan had found out about, all these people that knew each other, that shouldn't know each other, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I think they put together a task force, and or that these people work undercover for FBI or DEA or ATF. Okay. And maybe they put together their own task force, like I said, and that was what this was all about. This whole party was infiltrated with these people, and something went wrong, which is Kylie being overdosed or whatever, and so it was covered up. Okay, because Zaname, and that's what I'm going to show you here in a few minutes, if I can get to it. Brooke is a genius for finding this, by the way, because like I said, I was thinking about these things, And I was thinking about, why would Zanime go canoeing and go over the area where the car was without knowing anything about it? Because like I said, before this happened, you guys, that Zanime did nothing, had nothing to do with Trucrime. But all of a sudden, boom, there she is. She inserted herself for whatever reason, okay? And she's defending these other people that Ryan had found, so on and so forth. For whatever reason, nobody knows. That's why I said. And what do we got here in the chat? There is corruption in the Placer County Sheriff's Office because why would they tell AWP not to search the area? That's part of what I'm saying, Shadow. Hold on a minute here. And then on top of that, Wayne Woo Woo, their sheriff, was being investigated for messing with a 16-year-old girl, but got well, that ain't good either. So that's something I didn't know. But the other part of that, yeah, I was about to touch base on that a little bit. Just let me find this here. Yeah, that's not it. I think it's towards the end down here where she popped up. And 1 second, guys. I'm going to pull it up, show it to you, and show you why. It's just too coincidental. These things are way too coincidental for me to be okay with it.
Just wanted to share.
A coincidence is a coincidence, okay? I'll give you that much. But too many coincidences at once turns into something else, in my opinion, you guys. It really does. This is not what I want you to see, but we'll get there. 1 second, everybody. Let's go ahead and go through this real quick. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, Heather. There's like I said, and like he just said, the more you dig, the more you find.
A video in it.
All right, now let me get. I'm trying to get volume, guys. My apologies if you can't hardly hear it. I'm still working on this, but I'm trying. Let me know if you can hear it. By the way,
Show me anything that indicates this is real. It's all real. From her going missing to her mother crying.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan threw out another theory, another narrative that he thinks that this is all. He thinks that this could all possibly be all fake. Okay, that Kylie doesn't exist. That it's that her mother's an actor. Blah blah blah. I'm sure you guys saw all this stuff. You know what his thing was. You know that none of it's real. It's all a scam for GoFundMe, so everybody can get money out of it, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things with Ryan that I do agree with. Not everything, but I don't agree with his scenario on that, or his narrative on that. I'm not saying that he's wrong on other things. That one I just disagree with. That's all. And everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and that's all. So besides that, though, let's get to the other. Where are we at here? Okay, I think this is it, right about here. All right, now this is what Brooke came up with last night, you guys. And it's in regards to Zanime, okay? Because it leads to it, because she has no social medias. There's no pictures other than that one. And absolutely, it does make sense for him to come up with that, Shadow. But they found a body. I mean, we'll get on that one at the end and talk about that a little bit more towards the end. But I want to get through this here real quick. Any theory is possible, guys. Anything. We all could be wrong. And he's 100% right about this. And we're all going to stand there and go, what? You know, but you never know. So.
Ryan, I like this. I do. I think that you've been trolled really bad in this, but you uncovered some stuff.
That's not where I went back too far. Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. All right, with the sound already. Come on.
So do you want to explain as you're talking? Do you want to take this over for a second, Boogie?
Do you just want to play it first and then?
Yeah, I'll play it. If you want to talk, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it play. If you want.
Oh, okay.
If you want
At the
to
very beginning.
Okay, you guys can hear her, right? I agree, Shadows. I really do. I 100% agree. She's 100% real.
And you'll see dots. And the white one is where Kylie's car was. The red one was where Xaname's was. And then the yellow one is where the path goes.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, guys. Did you see this last night, Michelle?
And there was also more water at this time too. Like that's less water, but when they found her, there was more water.
Yeah. This is what flipped that switch for me. I'm telling you, it just put the icing on the cake. All right, now what she's showing you guys. Here, let me blow this up a little bit bigger for you guys. Actually, I'm sorry. What she's showing here is the area in where they found where all this took place at. The where the car was.
That's the best it is in this.
All right, now.
So that blue dot is you have to watch it online. But
Xaname made a video not too long after she went missing, after Kylie went missing, of her going canoeing with her dog for whatever reason and going hiking up around this area and canoeing, okay? Whether she was out to look for her or whatever, I think that's what she claimed it to be. There's more to it than that, though, so that's why I'm showing you this.
That blue dot is where her car would have been. Xaname's.
Is that where Kylie's car was found?
No, that's where the blue dot was Xaname's car.
Right, but is that where in the area where Kylie was found?
No, that's across. That's across from the lake. So right here, where I'm going, is where her car was found. And I'm at those little line dots.
So Xaname parked her car across the lake from where Kylie's car was found, got in the and hiked over and then got in the river and went to this way, and that's what she's getting ready to explain to you. So
little lines, those white ones, that's the path that she walked up to the campground.
oh, let me blow back up. Sorry.
A circle is what lines the trail she walked that looked excuse me, to be how Kylie ended where she did.
All right.
So you see that stuff strapped up there? Keep an eye on that.
Did you see what she just said? Let me back it up just a tinge. All right. Back to that now.
You see what?
Right there.
Right there where all that stuff is. See that?
In her canoe, that gear.
That right there.
Right there.
That gear?
Remember that.
That's scuba gear, you guys. Now, if she's just going to canoe and look, see if she sees anything, why would she take scuba gear? And not too many people, not just regular everyday people, carry around scuba gear with them, okay? I don't have any. I'm sure that CC, you don't have any. Michelle, you probably don't have any scuba gear. So, everyday people just don't keep scuba gear on hand. That's my point. And there she's going.
That's her going around that cove thing.
There it
So,
is.
okay, see that?
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mask. That's a
Okay,
scuba
that's
mask.
plastic. Now
Right.
go to the next one.
There's a real
And the
one.
next one.
A little clearer for you to see. That's not hers. That's just an example of one. That right
So
there.
it's like a case with the tube, yeah.
Right.
See it?
I don't know
So
why
it's
it's
Same thing.
That's okay. If you look at that angle, it shows you. Like, that'd be the face mask, and then the thing that's sticking down out would be the tubing.
Right.
So
There's
a
the
blue
straps.
bag, which I can't see it.
I don't know why it's
That's weird. But so there's a blue bag next to the dog, and then that one that's bulging out right there in the front, between the front seat and the back seat. If you go to the next one,
There's the air tank.
that's the air.
Right. That's the
And
bag that
there's
was
the bag
next. That
again.
was the bag that was next to the bag. Okay, that's missing. Mesh bag.
And then
or
there's
mesh
that
bag.
big bag that would be in between the back seat and the very back seat, like passenger seat that was just like kind of bulged right there.
Right.
So that's also
Okay.
diving gear.
All scuba
But
gear.
yeah,
So she didn't want to go in where the water, where the car was. So she parked across, and she canoed herself all the way across.
Right. And there it is right there.
This car
so that was
Shadow, thank you. I'm glad you're in here, Shadow. She said it was on the 20th, but her phone, they showed her phone, and I had that video, and it's in here somewhere. I didn't think to dig that one out to show you guys, but on her, they showed her holding her phone as she's canoeing and hiking through this area. She said she did it on the 20th. It was actually August 13th on her phone. Okay? Why? Why would you lie about the day? Makes no sense to me. Hold that thought, guys. I have to go to the little boy's room. I will be right back after these messages. Talk amongst yourselves, please. Yes, thank you again, Shadow. It was 5:58 p.m. Good stuff. You're hired, Shadow. Be right back, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for being patient. I actually hear it when I put it up. So anyway, back to where we were. Again, not everyday people carry around scuba gear. Okay. I don't think you can just go rent it anywhere, either. At least not around where I'm from. She has it for a reason. Okay. And initially, she didn't ever said anything about. She said her and her dog went to this place and did this. Somebody seen 3 people or 2 people and a dog. What are the odds that they're seeing other people? When this all happened, there two people and a dog hiking and canoeing and scuba diving in this area. Okay. Why is she diving? And it just so happens that she's right over top of the area, right in the vicinity of where the car was. The car was just found the other day. Okay. She was there on the 13th. Why? Yeah, she was caught looking up scuba gear on stream. Again, why? Michelle says this case is going to have lots of people buying aspirin and Tums. Oh my, yeah, I'm already there, hon. Already there. I'm already there. I've been in this like you wouldn't believe. Digging and digging and looking and digging and watching videos and digging and watching and digging. I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I as soon as I heard all that last night, I went back and started looking at other stuff. Yeah, somebody's off screen with her in the video, and she's doing like I think they're holding the camera for her too. It was said that she probably took her husband, or she said she took her husband. Now I don't know if her husband is ex-military, if he's got any kind of background with that kind of stuff either. Again, and that's a very good possibility, Shadow. I thought that last night too, that she broke the window out of the car to get something out of the car, which could be the phone or anything else that could have possibly been left behind that could have named somebody and screwed everything up. Now, it can go 2 different ways, you guys. It can go 4 or 5 different ways, actually. 4 or 5 different ways. Or, okay, what if the car... Okay, let's put this theory down. I can pull this down now. All right, I don't think there is anything else. Let me see here real quick.
She could film it. Yeah. And she, like, in her original video, you can see her, like, pinpointing places, which I have screenshots of it. So, I mean, you can see her on her map pinpointing places.
Right. She was pinpointing places like she already knew on her map where to go look. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Miss Heather. Again, so guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please hit the like button if you haven't. And if you can, please support the channel. It helps me so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, like how it insanely is irritating me to death. How does she know like all of these things to pinpoint and where to go and why? I mean, she was right over top of where the car was, guys. It's crazy.
Wasn't that far off?
Right. It wasn't.
And as you can tell, I get excited about this. Obviously, I'm stuttering, and because I really feel like I have something in my heart that is close to true. You know what I mean?
She was actually at the party, but I mean, she is affiliated with the cop that spoke the first couple times, or whatever that lady was
affiliated with that lady that we stopped seeing, right?
Yeah, the lady that was doing the press conferences. She's affiliated with her for whatever reason, and that woman disappeared after Zaname got brought out and it kind of like put on blast. That woman disappeared. You never saw her again after that. Why? That's another very weird coincidence.
That told us nothing throughout the press conferences.
Yep. And I mean, she even kind of choked up on some stuff too. If you noticed, if you watched her body language.
So
yeah, I can take you guys back and show you the press conferences, and you can see it. Now that you've heard it, you'll see it.
I would say they're probably late 30s, early 40s.
Zanime's 38.
Possibly.
And there was 30 and 40-year-olds at the party. Remember when she said something that a 40-year-old Sammy did, and then all of a sudden, the 40-year-old disappeared out of the story?
Yeah, at the very beginning,
narrative.
Something about a creepy 40-year-old man that was hanging around the party, but then he was never mentioned again.
Exactly, Shadow. Yeah, Ryan got a DM from Placer County Sheriff's Department saying that they love him and they appreciate everything he's done. this and that and everything else. And then on the second part of it, it says, that is not our PR person. Please take those pictures down immediately. Whoa, okay.
20-year-old college kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did talk something about a beautiful Hispanic party that was going on next to where
Right.
the party that Kylie and everybody was at.
So we have a guy that's Ronnie, that's ex-military.
There's one.
Ronnie, right?
Right.
Which we think was at the party. His cousins were, since we haven't heard from them still, I don't know. Which places him maybe being there.
Wow. I just realized
Knowing that
this.
there was drugs there, doing drugs.
Brooke looks just
right?
like Doug.
Zanime,
It's definitely his daughter.
Age, she's ex-military. Friends with the police force there. This is starting. It does look weird. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, now we're mixing LEs with military intelligence.
Right.
And what happens when you mix law enforcement with military intelligence people? What do you end up with? You throw those in the blender, mix it up. What do you got, guys? Law enforcement, high-ranking law enforcement, military intelligence people. What do you got when you blend that together? Yeah, I've heard that too. Okay. I didn't know that. I knew about her, but I didn't know about the sons. But what do you get, guys, if you blend in high-ranking law enforcement and military intelligence people, whether retired or not? What do you get? That's a perfect mix for a task force, an undercover task force. Okay. Hence where my theory is coming from.
It's starting to get a little weird.
Uh-huh.
We should take some calls about this. You guys want to do a call-in?
And I think she screwed
Put it
up.
in the chat if you want to do a call-in.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. Remember that too. They found a sex offender in the middle of all this mess, which could have been part of what the investigation that I'm thinking was going on was
I'm gonna ask
about.
this question in a poll: is Ryan onto something?
And I think that they screwed up big time. And this whole cover-up scenario is to fix this.
And I'm not talking about like with Kylie not being real, anything of that nature. I'm talking about, was he onto something when he brought out Ikmel, the Zanime, Red Flag Ronnie?
Right, Shadow.
Sometimes it's nice just to go exploring.
Right.
Enjoy the
I
wonder
definitely agree with that one, brother.
The thrill. I mean, who else has he called out? I don't know if there's anybody else. But
What's up, Rumble?
That's the only ones I've heard of.
Call in a second here. Cookie, why don't you take over for a second and tell us anything that you have theory-wise on this, because I gotta use the little boys' room real quick, and then we'll start the calling.
Okay. Well, there's also the guy that called Ryan and videoed or whatever. He also linked him back to Zanime and them. So
The Ronnie guy, or
no, the one that the white dude that called him
Miro.
that he videoed,
oh, okay, yeah. I know you're talking.
he linked them back to.
Yeah, that was the
Zanime
Miro
and them
guy.
too. So that's kind of sketchy as well, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Do you think though maybe they're just trying to really like hardcore troll him and make him look like he's on drugs and crazy? Because that was my first.
Thank you
thought.
so much, Strike. Appreciate you, brother.
I mean, about who? Ryan?
Yeah, with Ronnie making that whole fake profile in order to contact Ryan and try to filter in information and all this other stuff he was doing. And then this other guy shows up and starts contacting him and all that mess.
Oh yeah, that dude was just trying to sniff out info because he traced him.
No
back to
worries,
them,
Rumble.
So he
Um,
was definitely the one that was trying to figure out what all Ryan did.
I apologize to everybody. Saturday. Once a week, I typically try to do a current events on this part of YouTube, and I have certain groups of people that will come in and vent their frustrations about things, blow it out, get it out of the way, talk everything out, and then that's it. And then that's for the rest of the time. This is what I do. So you might not want to see that one. I understand completely. But this is what I've been doing since yesterday. Back to the grind with this, because like I said, I'm deep into this one. So
No. So that way he was just fishing.
All right. Now let me put the call-in number up.
That's my opinion.
Right.
But I mean, the dude comes up and was like, "Oh, well, I think that Ronnie dude's suspicious too." Blah blah blah. Like he was definitely fishing Ryan to see what Ryan had or what he had known,
Right.
and then he really kind of effed himself by doing that.
I agree with
I
that
actually
too.
called that out early on.
I really
said
do.
Ryan was getting trolled early on. That's why we didn't cover a lot of this.
But I really wouldn't say it was a troll because he was connected to them. So I mean, it was really a, I don't know, it's all sketchy as crap. I mean, it really is. I mean, they're not putting out any info. They're not letting them release any info, and what they have.
And I'm going to get to that part here in a minute too, you guys.
As well, most of it, or they're trying to make other people retract things. So it's really kind of, but they're just.
We're
I
going
feel
to
like there was foul play. There had to be. That's why they're trying to eliminate as much as they can.
You talking about Doug Rumble? Other people have said that we sound alike. My son said that we look alike.
Can you please turn down the YouTube in the back, please?
I don't see it, but so be it.
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Renee. I talked to you about the Dylan Rounds case a couple
Okay.
weeks ago. And
That's it pretty much for that. So drop that off, guys. And once again, thank you, Doug. No thanks, and Brooke for the info. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Brooke is a genius. I'm sorry. Like I said. But anyway.
Right.
So moving on. Now, with all these other things I've told you guys, okay? God, what's this camera already? Let's go back and remember that law enforcement has not been very cooperative with anyone, okay? There hasn't been any, 1 second, guys. They didn't want to cooperate with AWP, Adventures with Purpose. For those of you that don't know who that is, that's who found Kylie's vehicle with Kylie in it under the water. They're a diving organization. They're amazing. If you guys haven't checked them out, please check them out. Go over there, check them out, sub to them. They do amazing, amazing things, guys. Like I said, for those of you that haven't checked them out or not familiar with them, that's who they are. But they didn't really want, law enforcement didn't really want them there. Okay, well, but you know, and I still don't understand that. Why? I would think with a missing child, you would want every ounce of volunteer help you could find. You know, so why didn't they want him there? That's weird. You know, why did they tell him, you know, don't go diving over there in that area because we already cleared that? Why? What does it matter? You know, you guys don't need to check that. We cleared that. Okay, but you obviously didn't because you didn't find her. She was right there under 14 feet of water. You should have seen her. And there's another video out, guys. Okay. Why? Yeah, dude, are you in my head or what? I should just let you do the show. Why didn't they put out an Amber Alert? That was the next thing I was coming to here in a second. Why? 16-year-old little girl, where was the Amber Alert and why did they not put one out? I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no cooperation. They're not doing what they would typically do on any other missing child case. They're not. Why is this one so special? Why is it so different? There's something wrong. There's something not right. There's something not fitting. There's something not matching. Exactly, Michelle. There's a story within a story. And it's a big story, you guys. It's a big story. And I don't think that they thought that we would catch on as a community as far as true crime or civilian people just watching this on the news would ever catch on. But this is what we do. Obviously, some of us are obsessed with this kind of shit. So, you know, eventually little things here, little things there. Everybody's going to put this together. And I think that that's why everybody's scrambling like they are, and they're trying to put the pieces together, and they're trying to cover it up. I have something else here I wanted to show you guys too. Where's it at? All right, I think this is it here. It's kind of hard to see it, but I'm gonna make a point here. Why I'm showing you guys. They don't care because one, they said they invited divers to help, but then when they show up, they turn them away. Exactly. There was another guy the Saturday before that, or after she went missing, that offered for free to go diving to look, and they told him no, don't bother with it, please. Why? Again, if I was the lead investigator, I'd have been all over that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Please do. You know what I'm saying? Please do. First thing I would have said. Doesn't make sense to me, guys. There's nothing about this that's right. All right, guys. This is the Prosser Reservoir where they found the car. Okay. This is drone footage. You can see the car in the drone footage before they found her. If you can see the car in the drone footage, there's no way that they didn't know that that car was there before. No way. Okay, this is where the party location was. All right. Boom. Come down. Boom. The car's over here. All right. There's another guy. I have to find the right video to show you guys, but down through here. And they found the car, you guys, like I said, under 14 feet of water within like 20 minutes, I think it was, or something like that. Okay. And again, it's so amazing that I want to call her Anime. Zanime just decided that she needed to go scuba diving and canoeing right over that area. Come on now. Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to find. Lost. I had it. And I thought I saved it, but I did not. Anywho, the guy went and inserted a couple programs into his drone footage, and you can see the car, you guys. You can absolutely see it. It was like a heat sensor, like this, you know what like a thermal image looks like. He inserted a program into what he was doing, and you could see the shape of the car right then and there. And the drones were flying before she was ever found, as well as there was helicopters. I know they saw it. I know they saw it. Okay, if they saw it, why did they not find it? Why? Oh yeah, I know exactly who Dolly is. Is that who had that video? Because I couldn't find it again. Let me see here. I'll tell you one guy I would like to go head to head with, you guys. Is this stupid what the hell's his name? Cinema Shogun or whatever the hell his name is. That guy irritates the dog shit out of me. That guy irritates me so bad. No, they didn't. No way did they do that. Nope. Now, here's another option, you guys. What if the car was put in the lake afterwards? What if the car went into the water? This is being a conspiracy theorist, I know. What if the car went into the lake after they searched it? Anything is possible. Okay, I said this last night, and I'm in it. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Let's check this out, you guys. Oh, wait a minute. All right, this is drone footage, okay? There's no sound, but you can see. Right here. There it is. See it? It was visible. That water's clear, by the way. It's not that murky. It's very clear. There it is. Right there. Clear as day. Okay? So, call it what you want, but I call bullshit. I know they saw it. And I don't know why. Nobody knows why, but I know they saw it. Exactly, Michelle. Exactly. Yeah. That was the other thing I was getting ready to hit, guys. And thank you, Miss Michelle Wilkinson, for making that point for me. I don't know if anybody saw or heard the audio or the video from Sammy when they told her that when they told Sammy they found her under the water. She said no, they didn't. And then it was taken down. Why would she say that? And here's a thought, you guys. Okay, Sammy's the one that created the party and was doing all of the advertising for it and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. This whole narrative that I'm building right now, you guys, with the investigation going on, the special task force thing, or whatever you want to call it, maybe Sammy was helping them. Maybe they got a hold of her and said, "Hey, well, can you help us? We'll pay you, or we'll do this or that if you help us with this thing." this whole operation we're doing. And she's just, an 18-year-old kid. That's the other thing, is her age has changed like 3 or 4 different times, guys. First of all, she's 18. Okay. Or is she 23? Is she 22? Is she 24? Or is she 18? There's too many holes. That's what I was saying. Shadow says there's some people think that they had her and the car in some storage unit, and then they put the car in after everything was searched because they thought they wouldn't search again. And then here comes AWP, turned around in the middle of their trip, Adventures with Purpose, and said, "We'll do this." Oh shit! Everybody involved went, now what do we do? And they kept telling them, "You guys don't need to do this. We're good. We don't need you guys. We're okay. We don't need you guys. We don't need you guys." Why? The guys from AWP didn't even understand. They were like, "What?" And of course, you can't blatantly say, "No, you can't search there," because then everybody's going to go, "Why? Why not?" Here we are. Okay. Too many things, you guys. Too many things. So this is my new narrative on this. This is my new theory, you guys. And I think that it was all screwed up. I think that's why Sammy was put in front with the, you know, by law enforcement to take everybody's info that they had. I think that's why the phone is missing. I think that was missing from day one. And if it wasn't, then they realized they had to find it. And that could be why Zanime was sent there to go find it. Or something else that was left behind. I know these things are all conspiracies, guys. Like I said, with the analogy of taking the Halloween candy and dumping it out on the table and spreading it all out, and there's all these different little pieces. Here's a big one. This is when you get the big candy bar, guys, because in my opinion, this is the big candy bar right here. I think that there's something, and I could be completely, and I will bow down and tell you right now, and I own it. If I'm completely wrong, which I really hope I am, that this was just a horrible accident and the poor girl just ended up in a bad situation from a bad choice. I hope that's the truth. I hope that's what happened. I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling it at all. Too many things, too many things, too many things. Yep. And she's going to take the fall for everything. I promise you she will when it comes down to it. And that's why she's trying to hustle around and clean it up. That's it, Shadow. Damn. I need to bring you on board, Shadow. You're right on shit with me. So, there it is, guys. That's my theory. And there's other little pieces that go into it that I'm probably forgetting. And I'll remember later, and I'll throw them back at you another time if I don't. But this is my theory, guys. And that's exactly, I think that's why I think they're hiding Sammy away from everybody else so that nobody can approach her, because they're probably nervous that she's going to screw up, say something the wrong way, or do something the wrong way. And it would make sense that they would approach her. Her father's a PI. Her mother is an attorney, if it's the right Sammy, and probably knows law enforcement. All right, give me a moment, guys. Hello, this is the Dago. You're on the air.
Hey, Dago, it's Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, welcome.
Just calling so you don't feel like you're alone.
It's all good. I appreciate it.
After last night's thing with No Thanks, I kind of like you. I sat here and thought about it, ran things through my head. And I think there's something going on in that town. And I think that maybe they were trying to find out who's bringing the drugs in.
Right.
Because there was that young couple that went missing about the same time as Kylie.
Yep.
And that young girl that died from the fentanyl.
Exactly.
But my question stems, if you're at that kind of party and everybody's doing drugs and drinking and everything, how come there isn't any other sick kids? How come no one else fell ill or died from taking what was being passed around?
Well, I kind of thought about that a little bit too, Michelle. And Doug had made a point too at one point and said that there's probably quite a few kids there that are law enforcement officers' kids. And, you know, maybe, you know, the parents were like, listen, there's some bad stuff going around. It's killing people. You know, if they had a heads up on different things and like, don't be messing with this, don't be messing with that, and may have scared their kids. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one possibility. Or maybe there were some other kids that got sick from it and we just don't know about it. And they don't know about it, and nobody else does either. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know?
I don't know. I'm like you. I can't shake the feeling that the very first feeling I had with Sammy was that mean girl. Remember I told you the mean girl?
Same as me. Same thing I got from her the first interview she did.
And I think I'm scratching my head, and maybe I'm on a limb here. whoever is doing the investigating, whether it's the local sheriff's office or somebody's coming to find out if they're corrupt, if there's something going on with them.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's multiple agencies, truthfully.
And what I think is whatever occurred between Sammy and Kylie messed everything up.
Yep.
That if that young lady, because she says they were drinking out of the same cup, they were mixing drinks, and they were doing, well, how come you were able to walk and talk and make phone calls, but you claim that Kylie couldn't?
Right. Right.
Yet the last call from Kylie to you seemed very coherent. Hey, do you still need a ride?
And then don't.
And she texted her.
Right. Go ahead.
And then she texted her mother, say, hey, okay, I'm going to be there. I know I'm late, but I'll be there in 45 minutes or whatever. I'm sorry. I can't type straight when I'm drunk.
Right. Right. And don't forget one of the latter interviews. I think it was the one that Sammy did with Tony Dodge when she was in her car. She said and brought it. She made, first of all, she screwed up a couple times talking, but then she said, well, I was inebriated too. You know how she added that in there, to make sure. I'll give you a call back, 724.
Yeah, she had to make sure that she was in the passenger seat after she almost said, I'm driving home. I mean, I'm in the passenger seat and I'm being taken home.
Right. She stressed that. She said, I still believe that she's out there fighting. I don't believe that she's gone. And then she said, yeah, go ahead.
And the other thing in that last part where she says, when that Tony, whoever asked her, is there anything you would say to Kylie if Kylie can hear you, if she's seeing this? When she spoke, it was her. She never said, Kylie, we're going to come find you. We love you. We're not going to give up on you. It was her.
Yep.
I want her to know, her to hear. Her. She never once said you.
Exactly. And if you noticed also in the first interview that they did with her and Mags, and then even in the one they did with her with Tony in the car, she always spoke about her in past tense. She used to like this. She used to do this. She was always like, you know what I mean? I caught that immediately. In every interview, it was past tense. Like she already knew what had happened.
Yeah. And then there, what was it? Did SF investigate? I told you he had posted something about, and I have not seen a follow-up to it, where he mentioned there was a reason why Mags left the party early.
Right, and I've been trying to find that myself, and I have not yet.
Now, the only rumor I've heard, and I haven't taken I take it with a grain of salt until I hear it from somebody else, is supposedly she went and got dry clothes for Sammy. For Sammy.
Okay.
So.
Well, here's the thing. Now, it's been talked about that the car could have went into the water way before that end of the night. But they said that Mags left 10 minutes into the party because she was being pressured to do bong hits or whatever, and that's what she said, at least. I think that she was told to leave.
I think she was the one that lured Kylie out to the party. Hey, Kylie, give me a ride, please. I want to go see Ross. My parents won't let me see him.
Right.
And Kylie said, okay, come on, I'll give you a ride. I won't go to this car thing with my mom. Maybe it's a little dull. Okay, I'll give you a ride.
Because she's the yes girl.
Right. And then so she takes Kylie takes Mags to the party. Mags gets up with her boyfriend and they go off. Let's get the hell out of here. Or knowing what's coming, let's get out of here.
Right. Right.
Now that leaves her with Sammy.
Exactly.
And then Sammy connects with her and says, hey, I'm going to need a ride home because my ride's going to leave early. Would you give me a ride home so I can stay longer? And Kylie goes, okay. And then once again, it's, I want to stay longer. Call your mom and see if you can stay a little longer.
Yep.
So she had to keep her there.
Right, right.
But no, I can't shake it. I think maybe they may have messed something up and there was something being investigated, or maybe even the police officers, because there was that talk about there was a fight and the sheriffs were sent out there, but I know Doug called to see if anyone was sent out, and the dispatcher said, nope, we never got a call for that.
Right. See?
You didn't get a call for that?
So who did they call? Did they call another number? And right.
And where were the park rangers? How come there were no park rangers there?
Because they were told not to be there.
They were told to leave. And then the other thing that bugs the heck out of me is that I heard, because I didn't hear this at first, but it makes sense. The parents supposedly went in and cleaned up that park after the kids left the mess.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Right. You don't. That never happens. First of all, the parents, the kids 9 out of 10 times are not going to tell their parents the type of party they're going to. You know, they're still kids. I know, you know, even when I was an adult, 18, 19 years old, and I was doing stuff like that, I was not telling my mom and dad about it. You know what I mean?
No, wouldn't.
So, yeah, that doesn't make sense either. But go ahead with what you were saying.
See, I relate to Kylie because I was kind of the goody two-shoes. I'm the oldest of 6, and my mom relied on me. So
right.
I didn't do any of these things.
Right.
Not that I didn't want to, but I didn't. And I think Kylie was very responsible and very much part of her family life. And I mean, they lived 4 miles in that you had to hike to get to their lodge. And
I agree.
Isolated.
Yep.
And I think anytime she got around these kids, she wanted to be included. She wanted to be a part of. And I think that Sammy hated that.
I agree. I
think Sammy hated her for being smart and pretty and talented. And
she's graduating 2 years early at 16 years old. Sammy's 18 years old and wants to be the center of attention all the way. She's a spoiled ass, mean girl brat and doesn't like Kylie because she's threatened by her. I said that before. You know?
And I would hate to think somebody did anything, but I can't shake Sammy off. I just can't.
Neither can I.
She just grabs a hold of me, and I wanted to shake her and say, what did you do?
I agree.
Why did you do it?
Yep.
I mean, to want to take the narrative, and I don't know why the police would again, I think it comes to money. I think if you watch Megs, Megs was the only one I know that they showed her standing next to Sammy. Meg seems afraid of her.
Doesn't she, though? That's what I was saying yesterday. You can look at her body language, the way she's standing there with her head down, and she's kind of slumped over like she's beneath Sammy, and Sammy's the standing tall, tough one, and Mags just kind of bellows to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She won't even look at her. She won't make eye contact with Sammy.
Nope. That's where I got it from.
So that's why I said, when I said about the town, why is it all these deserty towns are so strange? They're so...
Yeah, just like Dylan, right? It's crazy.
Yep.
And
I think...
Go ahead.
Her parents having money, and if the cop kids were there, and hey, you don't want to wreck my career, what's wrong with you kids? But I think money talks.
It does. It makes the world go round.
And I think even maybe the police are a little afraid of her mother and the whatever.
Very possible. She's an attorney. I mean, she could make their lives miserable.
Yeah, like I said, I keep hearing my dad in my head when we were little kids. We'd go up to him to tell him something, and he says, "Are you going to kiss me?" And you'd look at him and go, "What?" He says, "Are you going to kiss me?" And it stood for keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
He didn't want us going off into these weird, he said, keep it simple, stupid. And I think that sometimes we step away from that, and then we want to make it more than it is, or we want to bring something to it. And I don't want to do that to Sammy, but I can't shake her off. I just can't. Right.
And I agree. I do agree. Don't get me wrong, you guys. And that, all of you guys, when Take Back, or the gentleman, the first guy that called, he goes by the name Take Back. When he called in, he said, why do I, and Miss Rachel said that too. We don't want to try to ruin another girl's life, if it's not true. And if it is just a horrible accident that happened, then I'll swallow everything I said, own it, and say, and I would actually feel better about it, because then all of this crazy stuff would go away. But there's too much of it in our faces, you guys. It's right here. You can't just let it go. And even people that don't do true crime are gonna see these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think it's the mom in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The mom in me looks at this Sammy and says, okay, I don't think I want you playing with my kids.
We all went to school with somebody like that. Did we or did we not?
We did.
Right.
And like, we moved a lot. My dad was in retail, so we moved a lot. We might be somewhere 2 months, might be somewhere a year, we might be somewhere, a month.
Right.
Because the stores would always, I always said I felt like a military rat without having the, benefits of being in the military.
Gotcha.
But my mom's best lesson she taught the 6 kids, because we always had someone to play with no matter where we went, because there were 6 of us.
Okay.
But my mom's best piece of advice she gave us is before you jump in and make a friend, you sit back, you watch, you observe.
Right.
And we learned to sit back and watch the kids, see how they treated other people, and then decide, yeah, I want that person for a friend, or I want to be a part of that group. Never steered us wrong. All growing up. And I try to teach that to my 2 kids. Well, they made mistakes and they had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, when I sit and I watch her mannerisms, I watch the way she talks to the adults, and I just cringe inside. I'm like, no, that is a kid I would not ever allow my house to come play with my kids.
Exactly.
Or I would keep a really close eye on her if I did. Exactly.
She's definitely a bully. She's definitely I have to be center of attention. I have to be in charge. I'm the, I'm the top dog in this group here. And if you're not cool, if we don't like you, you're not going to be around us. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to tie you up. Maybe somebody else wants to call in. I don't know how to do the come up on panel thing.
Oh, I can bring you up at any time. All I do is put a link in the chat there, or I can text it to your number, and then you just click on that link, and it'll bring you in.
I don't have a cell phone.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. This works just fine too. That's why I set this all up for you guys.
Yeah, because I must be one of the last dinosaurs. I'm 58, and I must be the last dinosaur that doesn't own a cell phone.
No, my dad has a flip phone. My aunt has no phone other than her house phone, so don't feel bad.
Yep, so I have a house phone. I figure if you need to find me, this is where I am. If I go shopping, I don't want somebody tracking me down.
I get it. No worries.
All right. Well, you have a good afternoon, and I say...
Well, Michelle, thank you so much for calling in. You're welcome to call at any time. I appreciate your opinion and your theories. And I appreciate...
hope I didn't bore anybody that was listening.
Absolutely not. I don't know. Everybody in the stream seems to be listening, so I think we're good.
Right, you all have a good afternoon. I'm going to go back and keep watching.
You as well. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you again, Michelle, for calling in. Everybody appreciates your opinion and your theories. You guys all there? All right. Let me get this one here and give a call back real quick. Grove City, I think it says 724. This is Dago at True Crime Cafe calling you back. What's up?
Hi, my name is Tennille. I'm a new subscriber. I think you were over on Subs, right?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Yeah, just calling real quick for the last lady that had called in. Sorry, I forgot her name.
Michelle?
About the whole drug thing.
Mm-hmm.
Working from experience, everybody has a different tolerance also.
Yeah,
and it doesn't seem like she was some sort of addict where, her tolerance was high.
Right.
She could do more. Maybe that's why nobody else at the party, happened to OD that night. But even if she didn't do it, sometimes if you even come in contact with that fentanyl, it soaks in through your skin.
You can touch it and overdose on it, absolutely, depending on the strength of it.
And all the weird pills going around, it could look like a Percocet, but those manufactured ones, if she did a little bit of cocaine, they're putting fentanyl and cocaine now. You can't even party on a weekend anymore because everything is unsafe.
Right, yeah. I'm retired firefighter paramedic, and we've had multiple overdoses due to they're putting fentanyl in marijuana, cocaine, everything. And like I said, there's even been police officers that have handled people or handled drugs of people that they've stopped, and they've overdosed just touching it and touching the people.
It's happened in the jails also with guards. I mean, somewhere near us or whatever, somebody had sent something in, and just through skin contact, and they had to administer the Narcan and stuff to them.
Right, that happened here. Actually, I'm in Ohio, and
cool. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I saw that. You're not too far from me, so I've been there because of the outlets there. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and the other thing is, of Nelson's Ledges, then.
Oh God.
Mentioned on the stream, like, this is sort of the situation that sort of reminds me of everybody parties there when they go there.
That's exactly, yeah. Yep.
They don't tolerate the drinking and driving and this and that, but I mean, they're there to camp, party, this and that. So I mean, it's not too far out of the realm,
Right.
There was no cops there, and they were doing their thing, but yeah, something just seems fishy to me. I don't understand the way that Peninsula was, and she drove out there. I could see her, veering off or something, but just something isn't sitting right with me neither. But it was good talking to you. You
too, and please feel free to call at any time. And I appreciate you subbing recently. I hope to see you more often.
No problem. We'll see you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great one. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your opinion. Appreciate all that. You guys still hearing me okay? Like I said, this new sound equipment's got me all nervous now. So please let me know if you can't. Yeah, the narrative on that whole jewelry thing went away. That's weird. I don't know what happened with that, why or where it went, but it's no longer an issue. So I don't know. So did anybody else? Yeah, somebody took them as a token, which I mean, that could be Shadow. You never know. There's a lot of other things. Doug touched on something too that maybe somebody, as a theory, somebody could have, maybe she decided to sleep there, and somebody saw a pretty girl sleeping in a car by herself, tried to take advantage of her, and everything got all messed up, and he ended up doing more than what he or she ended up doing more than what they expected to, and killed her, and had to cover it up. There's so many things out there, you guys, with this story that there could be. It's just ridiculous. It really is. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Strike and Miss Heather. You guys are amazing mods. You guys are doing so good today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And everybody in here, thank you so much for jumping in here today. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm glad to see that you guys are on board with this, and that you guys are so involved in this case as I am. There's a few people that aren't here that are going to miss this, and I'm sorry that they did. But they can always go back and watch it, of course. And like I said, guys, I'm going to keep going with this until we get answers and we get some closure on this, and we know. And if it is, if my theory that I just popped off with is right, own it, deal with it, move on from it, give the family closure, give everybody that's following this, that's supporting this, some closure. Not that we need it as much as the family does, but we kind of do, you guys. I know, like I said, my son is 16 years old, okay? And I think that's what grabbed my attention with this case so much, because I could not imagine having to deal with this situation with my child. I love my son more than I can even explain to you. So I think, and like Ryan had said with his situation, he's got a 16-year-old sister. It brings it, it attracts you to it. It's like a magnet. So thank you so much, Michelle. That's the way I tried to build this community. And all you guys up there, for those of you that didn't see it, Michelle says that she loves the stream. Everybody's so friendly, supportive. It's a joy to come here and to think tank with all you. And that's what we're here for, guys. And like I said, my moderators, Heather, Brandy, Strike First, Popper, Miss Rachel, everybody, we all have the same goal. This is spam, so we're not going to answer this one. Sorry. Anyway. it hits a little deeper, doesn't it, Shadow? Because you can imagine, you know, and we don't want to, but you can imagine. It's just sad. It really is. And just so you guys know, when I'm doing this, I'm taking phone calls, yes, but I always do have that panel open if anybody wants to jump up there and spit some words with me, because I am all about it. And if you're not agreeing with what I have to say, throw it out there. If you think I'm crazy, throw it out there. We are all. My phone's loud. I'm sorry. We are all entitled to our opinions and our theories and our you know, the way we feel about things. Nobody's ever going to be judged because of that. Nobody. I don't care if you jump up here and tell me the craziest story you can think of. I'm going to thank you for that and move on. I have a 5 and 10-year-old sisters. If anything happened, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Well, your parents are rolling on late in life, aren't they, bud? It is what it is. You know, I have a sister that's 6 years younger than me. I protected her, her whole life from that. I'm very glad though. Her husband is a monster. He's huge and he loves her very much, and so we're good. Yes, yeah, Shadow, I am. Whereabouts in Ohio are you located? You don't have to give me exacts, but like give me close to where you're at, and I can give you where I'm close to. You know what I mean? Yeah, my phone is crazy loud. I don't know. My other phone that before I got this one, the ringtone was like, you could barely hear it. My notification thing at Hillsboro. Okay. All right. Do you know where Akron is? I've heard of Hillsboro. I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but I've heard of it. I'm literally like 20 minutes southwest of Akron. And let's see, 30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes south of Cleveland. So I'm in the country. I'm a country boy. It's quiet out here. I love it. Plenty of property. I'll be doing a live stream. My evening live streams, like I said, I do the true crime in the mornings typically. And I love paranormal stuff. And I do a lot of paranormal things and ghost hunting, so on and so forth. And I'm going to be doing live streams doing that in the evenings. So for any of you guys that are here in the mornings that are into the true crime, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you're into any of the paranormal stuff, please feel free to jump in the evenings. Like I said, once a week, sometimes we have a like a current events, what's going on in the YouTube community that down here. People get on here and they bitch about other people and do this and do that. It's one night a week, and you know, everybody gets it out and we move back to what we do. So I was going to ask if you heard from your friend. I haven't gotten anything else from him. He's been working a lot. I'm hoping that means something good, that he hasn't been harassed with any of this in it, you know, over the past few days. So we'll see. I did send him a message telling him, you know, this is what I got, and I need to figure out how to manipulate the audio on this to see if I can find it. The programming stuff that I have doesn't work with it. So, and I'm not as tech savvy as some people would be. You guys know that. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Like I said, I got a sound card, soundboard thing. You know, I've been running everything through a buddy of mine had given me, and I'm not real comfortable with it. I'm not sure how it works completely, so I'm learning as we go. It seems like I was better off doing it the generic way before, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. So does anybody else have anything they want to throw in on this by chance with my crazy theory that I put out there? But I really do feel, guys, like this is a very big possibility. And the more I see, the more I can't get away from it. You know? It's just one of them things. Anybody else at all? feel the same way. Absolutely, Shadow. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you guys were in here today because you helped me with a lot of stuff, Shadow and Michelle. I mean, you guys are on top of it, that's for sure. That is for sure. Let me see something here. Okay, I see how that works now. Nobody's got anything else? Again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream today. Like I said, it's something I feel passionate about. A lot of you guys seem to as well. And there's some people that missed out on it that I know do, and I feel bad, but they can go back and watch it. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody, again, I hope you hit the like button. All right, well, thanks for joining us over Lunch Rumble. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. As always, have a great one, Rumble. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't work too hard. I've been going for a while, though, guys, so it's probably about time to bring her down. I appreciate you guys. Thanks, CC. It was a great stream. I enjoyed it. You guys made it that way for me, too. I love what you guys do for my channel. I really do. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button. Again, if anybody can, please donate to help me support me in the channel. The Cash App and the PayPal are up there in the chat. You guys are amazing. All of you guys. I love you guys to death, as always. Again, guys, thank you so much for those of you that are new that have subbed recently, and all of those of you that have. You're growing me like crazy, guys, and I cannot thank you more. My family thanks you. We all do. Again, I love you guys. Have a great, great, great rest of your day, guys. Be safe. Love each other and love yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.